Welcome students in our today's online English class. Today we are going to study a poem for the students of class ninth. The name of the poem is On Killing a Tree, written by Gieve Patel. The poem On Killing a Tree is a symbolic poem as evils are deep rooted in us. Tree is also deep rooted. We should try to eliminate them permanently. We must put our best efforts to uproot our evils. So let us begin the poem. First of all, we will read the poem. I will tell you the explanation, difficult word meanings, and in the end, we will discuss the literary devices used in the poem. So let us begin. First stanza. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide, sprouting leaves. Here in this stanza, the poet says, it is not easy to cut down a tree with a single or simple jab of knife. The reason behind its strength is its consuming resources from the crust of the earth. Years of absorption of sunlight, air, and water from which the earth has made its growth so perfect that a jab of knife won't do much. It will come out with leaves again and will grow as ever. Let us see the next stanza. So, hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which, if unchecked, will expand again to former size. As the single jab of knife is not sufficient to cut a tree, the poet advises us to hit the tree severely by hacking and chopping. But the poet contrasts that even that won't be enough to kill a tree. Hacking and chopping can hurt a tree. It can make or create pain for it. It can bring out the liquid secretion from its bark. But it is not enough to kill a tree. He says the bleeding bark means the sap of the tree will heal its wound. After a time, green twigs will come out from the tree and it will turn into miniature and then in branches. It will make tree glorious again and it will acquire its former size. Therefore, it is not easy to cut or kill a tree. Let us see the next danger. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely, out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. In the previous stanzas, the poet discussed the various way of killing the tree, like hacking, chopping, but still the tree has managed to survive. So the poet came up with another idea. He says that the root needs to be pulled out from the earth, where it has stocked its strength. To do this, one needs to rope the roots, then pull out the whole mass outside. When the roots are out of the earth's cave, then the actual strength of the tree, the roots are exposed. The roots of the trees are white and wet, because of the absorption of water. It is now subjected to the outside world. This is the actual start of the death of the tree as the life source of tree. Exposed. Let's see the next danger. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, weathering, and then it is done. Here in this stanza, the poet says that when the tree is uprooted and left open in the surrounding, then the sun starts drying it up with its burning heat. This intense heat makes the root of the tree getting choked in the air and sun. Heat makes the root brown, which was white earlier, and hardens it, soaking all the moisture content. Then the roots start twisting from its original shape and finally gets withered from its parts. In the scorching heat of sun and air, the tree will become brown, hard, twist, and it will dry up. And thus, wave can kill a tree. Let us see the literary devices used in the poem. First of all, we will discuss the rhyme scheme of the poem. So, here in this poem, there is no rhyme scheme. The poem is in free verse. Let's see the next literary device which is used in the poem. So, we can see enchantment here in this poem. How? Look, next in first stanza, second line, third line, and fourth line, they are continuing without punctuation mark. So here is enjambment. Same here in next stanza, fourth line, fifth line, and sixth line. The sentence is continuing within 3 lines. We can see here is enjambment. Next literary device which is used in the poem is metaphor. Here in first stanza, leprous hide. Metaphor is used here. Here, the discolored bark of the tree is compared with leprosy, a disease. Here in this next stanza, bleeding bark. Here is also metaphor. Bleeding bark means the liquid secretion coming out from the chopping of tree. So here is metaphor. Next poetic device which is used in the poem is alliteration. Here in bleeding bark, alliteration is also used. Here in the third stanza, white and wet. Alliteration. That's all for the day.